evening, and thank you for tuning into Viking Views. I'm Megan Shepard.
And I'm Ashlyn Ellis.
For the past 20 years, the Marshall School District has been looking to Marshall voters to pass a bond issue regarding the current condition of area schools.
This past November, Marshall residents voted against the school bond issue. At that time, the Marshall School District was looking at the land here at 65 and Odell Street.
The last election in November, they had chosen what they call the Banks property. That's a piece of property out of kind of the intersection of 65 Bypass and 65 Highway. That was a 20-acre spot, and there was a lot of concern from the community that that might not be a good place due to the highway accesses and crowding.
After the bond was rejected by voters, the school board took notice of a more residential property for the potential school facilities.
The Geringer property, which the Geringer family owns, which is at the corner of Lincoln Street and what we call Watermill Road or County Road 220, was put up. It was a 70-acre property, which would allow for expansion as future schools were to be built. And the school board decided that was a better fit because the community strongly said they would support a school that wasn't on the major highway.
With the Geringer property being a 70-acre property, it would be easier for the school board to start planning to replace the current middle school.
If this bond passes, and hopefully it will, in 8 to 10 years, we'll be able to build that kindergarten, first and second grade building, and then we can come in 8 to 10 years behind that and build the middle school. So you will eventually get out of all those old buildings.
One of the many issues surrounding the elementary buildings is the aging boilers and water systems. These issues are more than what meets the eye.
The only concerns that I had from parents was one summertime we came in and our air conditioning wasn't working, and so it was very extremely hot in here, and so there was complaints about the heat. But other than that, you know, we've been fortunate and we haven't had any major problems, so parents have not voiced a concern at this time.
Parents and residents alike have voiced their opinions quite clearly on the Marshall Democrat News website, marshallnews.com. One article garnered over 50 comments pertaining to the school bond. I'm Will Claggett for Viking Views.
Marshall residents will be able to express their opinion about the bond by voting on April 5th.
On February 6th, the Marshall Chamber of Commerce auction was held at the Missouri Valley College television studio. More than 150 items were donated by many different businesses and organizations from Marshall and other cities from around the area. During the auction, volunteers helped answer the phone and write down bids. If you were unable to pick up your items the day of the auction, you may pick them up at the Chamber of Commerce Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All items must be picked up by February 26th. You will need correct change or personal check to pick them up at the Chamber office.
African-American children's author Derek Barnes is changing the perception of African-American families thanks to the Booker family and the star of the family, Ruby. Devon Wade has more on the story.
Kansas City native and Jackson State University alumnus Derek Barnes is making a name for himself as an up-and-coming author. The former Hallmark greeting card writer created Ruby and the Booker Boys series. The series includes Brand New School, Brave New Rudy, and Trivia Queen 3rd Grade Supreme. These books center around the main character Ruby and her family, but this family is anything but typical.
I try to keep my subject matter as across the board as possible, where any person from any walk of life, any ethnic group can say, I experienced that, my children do these things, or, you know what I'm saying? I want to be as universal as possible.
Barnes, like many children's authors, understands the importance of providing positive reading material and making sure that his books relay a message.
Handle, you know, situations in regards to dealing with friends and schoolwork and any issues and problems that may come about. So I always set out to impart a message on my readers all the time.
Barnes likes to draw inspiration for his books from many sources, whether it is reading girls' magazines to be able to do research for his main character Ruby, or drawing inspiration from jazz music. Even television shows like The Cosby Show inspire Barnes.
The fact that they handled everyday situations that most of us deal with, and you know, with each show, everything is always accomplished within 30 minutes, but I like the positive interaction. I don't think we see enough of that, especially with African American families in literature and on television. So I like that positive, loving interaction between family members. So I just tried to recreate that.
This has been Devon Wade from Viking Views.
For more information on Derek Barnes and his books, visit derekbarnes.com.
I know it's the most important meal of the day, but I can't seem to find the time to have a good breakfast anymore.
I know, right? With all the early classes, I seem to have less and less time to devote to breakfast.
Well, lucky for us, reporter Mike Othick has found a place right here in Marshall for us to get a good breakfast.
For more than 30 years, Marshall residents have been coming to a small diner just north of the town square called Have a Snack. We spoke with the current owner of Have a Snack, Patty Merchant, about how business is going lately.
Usually after Christmas until after tax time and everybody knows if they're paying or getting back or whatever, it slows down, but we really haven't this year. It's been a good year so far.
A favorite among the extra early morning crowd, Have a Snack offers a multitude of breakfast items, from the regular eggs and bacon to staff favorites.
We have a Have a Snack stack is what they call it, and it's served on Texas toast. It's ham, bacon, a cheeseburger, and I believe pepper jack cheese and cheddar cheese. And it's about this tall.
Have a Snack is open from 11 p.m. to 10 a.m. on weekends and from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on weekdays. For Viking Views, I'm Mike Othick.
Have a Snack is located at 300 North Jefferson Street, just north of the Courthouse Square in Marshall.
Students and staff of Missouri Valley College are aligning their chakras at Yoga Tuesdays. I stopped by at the Teachers Ed Library to learn a few things myself.
Chakras is a yoga term referring to the openings for life energy to flow into and out of our aura. Yoga helps with mind and body fitness as well as improves physical and emotional well-being. Yoga classes are held every Tuesday in the Teachers Ed Library located in the Tech Center. Classes, which are instructed by Kristen Sandwith, begin at 5:30 p.m. and run until 6:30 p.m. Participants found the classes to be very relaxing.
This is my first time doing yoga at the college, and I think it is very relaxing. I feel no stress after I've done yoga. There were a lot of interesting things during yoga, and it was very relaxing.
Bring a friend and a yoga mat if you have one, and come prepared to release all your stresses for the day. For Viking Views, I'm Megan Shepard.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Viking Views. Tune in Tuesday nights at 6 and Thursday nights at 8. I'm Ashlyn Ellis.
And I'm Megan Shepard. Good night.
Good night.